Hey guys, Coach Sam here coming at you live. It's Wednesday, February 21st, 2024, and today we're hitting back and some biceps. All right, to start with, we've got back primer B. We've got some beast shoot throughs, some bent over dumbbell seesaw rows, some bottoms up kettlebell walks, and then some banded straight arm lat press downs to get you nice and hot. And we're going to be starting today with our heavy mechanical loading, which is going to be a superset of barbell bent over rows into chin ups with or neutral grip pull ups with a stretch at the end. So we're going to be building up over 4 sets. You're going to be doing 10 reps of a barbell bent over row with a pronated grip. So that's hands down in directly into 7 chin ups or neutral grip pull ups with a 20-second stretch hold at the bottom. So in the barbell bent over rows, try to find an angle that allows you to sweep the bar right about into your belly button, get a nice squeeze, and then a nice stretch in the bottom. And similar to the RDL on Monday, where I talked about folks that may need to add a little bit of range of motion, you can stand on a plate if you need to, a bumper plate, to add a little bit of stretch in the bottom if it's needed. But for most people, somewhere around a 30-degree to, 30 to, 60-degree angle is probably appropriate. Any more than that, if you're getting about 90 degrees, you might start to feel a little bit of discomfort in your lower back. So, hinge to the level where you can maintain, postural integrity throughout your spine and your posterior chain, and that so you can get a good contraction in your lats. So after you hit those, 10 reps of barbell bent over rows, we're going to want you to head to the pull-up bar, and you're going to be performing, chin-ups with your palms facing you, or if you have access to neutral grip pull-up, hit seven neutral grip pull-ups. And then at the end, a good, nice stretch in the bottom for 20 seconds. A lot of people call hypertrophy loaded stretching. And the hypertrophic benefit of conducting a stretch under load after you've exhausted your muscles is pretty intense, and there's a lot of benefits to that. So really try to get as much as you can out of those stretches at the end. And then for loading on this, try to build yourself up to a top set on both of those movements over 4 sets, and then we'll move on from there. So moving on for our concentration work, we're going to have 3 sets of a single arm dumbbell row and a PVC press down. So for this, you're going to be building up over 3 sets with 12 reps of each arm for a single arm dumbbell row into 30 kneeling PVC banded straight arm press downs. With a single arm dumbbell row, if you don't have access to heavy dumbbells, you can add a band to the front of your dumbbell head and hook it up to a power rack or some other upright to add a little bit more resistance. You can also use kettlebells if you have heavy kettlebells, or you can look up one of the bro hacks that I put out in our newsletter, which is a single arm landmine row, where you can load that a little bit heavier than if you don't have access to heavy dumbbells. So you got a lot of loading options there to elicit the same stimulus that we're looking for, which is, a unilaterally loaded horizontal row for your back. Now moving on to the superset portion for these 30 PVC banded kneeling PVC straight arm press down. So take a knee, put a PVC pipe or even a broomstick if you want through a band, and you're gonna go from a fully stretched position to a fully contracted position. Now at the top, as you release, make sure there's some tension in the band, but don't come down before you get the opportunity to get a good, nice stretch in your lats at the top, because that's a lot of where the tissue damage is going to occur is during that stretch portion of the movement at the top there. And then if you have access to a cable column, feel free to use either the rope attachment or even a straight bar attachment as well for these kneeling banded arm press downs. And then to cash you out for metabolic stress work, I'm doing 3 sets of 30 chest supported dumbbell or kettlebell rows. So for this, you can prop yourself up on an incline bench, or there's some rack attachments that allow you to do some chest supported rows in on a power rack. You can also, if you have access to a machine, if you're in a club gym, you can also do chest supported machine rows. But 3 sets of 30 is pretty high reps. So on these, make sure you're getting a full stretch of the bottom, and then retract your scapula on the way up, and then protract on the way down to make sure that you are getting the most musculature involved as possible in your upper back during these 3 sets of 30 chest supported rows. Now for our bicep work for the day, it's going to be some straight bar bicep called Anarchy. It's going to be building up over 3 sets to a heavy set of 12, and then we're going to finish you off with 100 reps of the empty barbell for time, which is extremely metabolically taxing. And it's interesting to see how that feels, how light that bar feels after doing a heavy set of 12, but then how taxing it is to do 100 total reps. So enjoy that for the end of your back and bicep day. And then for our conditioning work, we have optional CrossFit workout for a 10-minute Cindy. Then you have, this is one of my personal favorites to do. It's a 10 minutes of 10 bear hug squats with a D ball into a 15-calorie bike. And then the other option for energy system development is 5 rounds of a 20-second air bike, rest 30 seconds, 20-second split jumps, and then a 1-minute rest. And you got our optional core work and our Thunder Broga for recovery. If you guys are in our Thunderbro family page, make sure you're posting your training videos, memes, comments, or your weekly challenges for a chance to win some free swag. If you guys are in our 30-day shred group, make sure you're hitting your faster cardio and depletion work and also doing your check-ins. And if you're on Train Heroic, please hit me up for any questions, comments, concerns. If you're on Beyond the Whiteboard, make sure you're hitting up Coach Kenny. All right, guys, enjoy your back day.